From the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, this is Nebraska FARMcast. I'm Ryan Evans. A new tool developed here in the Center for Agricultural Profitability works to help demystify farm finances by making easy work of calculating annual loan payments. The free web-based loan payment calculator is available for use now on our website at cap.unl.edu. Extension Ag economist Jessica Groskopf is here to talk about it with me. Hey, Jessica, thanks for joining me.
Hi, Ryan.
So what was the need that you and your colleagues saw for developing a loan payment calculator, and then why is it a useful tool for ag business?
So when we look at going to buy something, whether it's a piece of equipment or a piece of land, sometimes there's that question of, what does the annual payment look like and how does that fit into my current financial picture? And so we know that there are ways to calculate that. Some banks have calculators on their websites, but that requires you to share your information with them, and you might not be ready for that. So we provided this loan payment calculator as just a way for you to get that free, unbiased opinion about what a annual loan payment would look like based on the terms of a loan. So really easy to kind of go in and plug in your numbers, kind of play around and say, okay, if I put X number of dollars down, what does that annual payment look like? So nice, easy, simple tool.
And what information will users need to input into the calculator specifically? Just how does it work?
Yeah, specifically, you'll need the total purchase amount of the item, the annual interest rate of the loan, and the loan length in years. So that kind of sets up the beginning of it. You can also enter a down payment. So if you're playing around with, how much money should you put down to get that payment to a specific size, it'll do that for you. And then it'll also ask you for the year you want the payment to start. So you can see how long it would take then for you to pay off that loan. And I think the best part is you can print those results or you can download them into an Excel file so that you can utilize that information or take that information with you as you go to your bank. Or if you're doing, let's say, a family finance situation, kind of a private loan, you can take that and use that to guide that discussion.
I know the calculator uses the even payment method, so can you just describe what that is and how that might affect the pattern of principal and interest payments over the course of a loan?
Yeah, so there are different ways to calculate a loan payment, and the even payment method is the most simple and the most commonly used. That's why we put it into the calculator. So basically what it says is it'll calculate out what the annual payment would have to be to pay off the loan balance, and it stays consistent throughout the life of the loan. Basically what happens then is with each payment that you make, a portion of that payment is for the principal, right? It's paying down the balance of that loan, but the other portion of that payment is the interest you're paying. So as we pay off that loan, that amount of the interest is going to decrease and the amount of the principal payment is going to increase. So it's really nice that we can see how much interest and principal we're paying off with each payment that we make in the loan calculator. So when we download those results, it'll have that information available to you.
Wondering if you might be able to just walk through a simple example of what the calculator will produce when a user inputs their information.
All right, so let's say that you have a $100,000 purchase that you want to make over the next, say, 10 years, and you have a 7% interest rate that's available. So what that payment calculator does is says the annual payment will be just over $14,000 per year that you'll have to make. The calculator then will show you of that $14,000, how much of that payment is interest, how much of that payment is principal, and will show you that payoff over the life of the loan.
Great. So what are some common uses that you envision for the loan payment calculator?
So I think the best use for this is just estimating what that loan looks like from an annual payment perspective. So if you have the opportunity to, say, buy some equipment or some land, really quickly you're able to determine what that looks like. I also think it could be useful if you're looking at different down payments or different interest rates. That will allow you to quickly compare differences in those scenarios. So it's a free online tool, kind of that unbiased opinion related to how we can make those payments and what that payment looks like without submitting your information to a bank.
Great. And that tool is available on the Center for Ag Profitability's website, cap.unl.edu. We'll link to that in the podcast description here, along with an article that Jessica has written explaining the tool. So, Jessica, thanks very much.
Thanks.
Nebraska FARMcast is a production of the Center for Agricultural Profitability at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. For the latest research-based information and education resources to manage your farm or ranch operation, visit our website at cap.unl.edu. That's cap.unl.edu.